Premier League. I said we are Premier League. Hello and welcome to We Are All Wednesday, Ain't We? If you haven't already, do like, subscribe and do all the beautiful stuff. My name is FM Dal and we are in the Premier League, everyone. Woohoo! Do you know, I didn't think we'd get there so quickly. The championship went amazing. If you haven't seen the season, go back to the start of the playlist. Go and watch the whole of We're All Wednesday, Ain't We? The Sheffield Wednesday save where we're trying to take us to the Champions League. And we're a step closer. We're in the Premier League. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Well, of course, we've made signings. We've brought players in. We've let a couple of players go. There will be a lot more ins and outs, of course. But we play the first game of the season here today against none other than the Saudi Arabian superstars that are Newcastle United. And before we even get into the game, let's tell you a bit about what's happened since you've been gone. And it'd be wrong not to bring her back for this one. Kelly! Since you've been gone, we have made some signings. Of course, we've made some signings. And I think we've bought some wonder kids who we've got for very, very, very cheap. I can't believe how much we've been able to buy people for really cheap. I want your view on how we've done in the transfer window so far. Stress on the so far. There's so much more to come, hopefully, before the window closes. But we have made ins and outs. First of all, let's start with the people we've let go. Let's get to that. And we'll start on the release section because we haven't actually sold a player yet, which is, of course, going to be a little bit of an issue for us further down the line trying to make money. But we've let a lot of players go out, on loan. But released players, we have let a few go. And some of the interesting ones you'll see here, Will Ferry, who I did bring in. I brought in Will Ferry. He's gone and played at Wrexham. Where are Wrexham now? That's interesting. Still in the National League, so Ryan Reynolds isn't doing great over there. But he's gone to Wrexham in the National League. Probably more suiting for him. He was never quite at the level to break into our first team. So Ferry's gone. We also let Gallagher Allison go. Your guess is as good as mine. Declan Thomas and Billy Batch. Don't know who they were. We've also let Windass go. Now, Josh Windass has gone on a free. He wanted to sign, but he wanted way too much money. I was not willing to give him the money or the second shadow striker role, which is what he wanted. We don't play it, so I couldn't say, yes, stay at the club. You can play that role, which is the one thing that he wanted. It was like red. He said, you can't, I need this. I was like, no, you're not going to play that role. So he actually left. At the moment, he's still available on a free, but we'll see where he goes. And the other one is Cameron Archer. Now, I'm super sad that Cameron Archer wouldn't sign a new deal. I offered him a new deal. I don't really know why he wouldn't sign. I was being told by everybody at the club, let him go. He's not good enough. We paid £145,000 for him, and I thought we were going to make money on him. You know me. I'm a bit of a moneyball man. I like to bring people in low, get them doing good work, and then sell them for high. That's the way it works for me. But it hasn't worked with him. He just never quite kicked on, He played 17 games in that first season, 5 starts, 12 off the bench, and he only got 3 goals. And then the next season, 14 games. We're still in League One. You still think there's a chance. Yes, he probably didn't start enough games, and I accept that, but 3 goals again. Last season, 19 games. He had 4 starts, 3 goals. Should I have given him more of an opportunity? Maybe. But I'm interested to see where Cameron Archer goes this year. The players who have gone out on loan for you guys, I'll just run through a couple of them quickly. Xavier Simons has gone back to Salford. I wasn't too happy that it was Salford that he went to. He chose to go to Salford. It was his choice. Obviously, he's been there twice before, but it was League 2, and I felt he was better than that. You'll see that he's already played once this season and scored a goal in that game, so that's nice to see. Alvin East is another one who's gone, a young player with a lot of potential. He's only 18 years old. He's gone to Newport. I promised him with the new contract that he would be able to go out on loan. So he has done that. He's gone to Newport. We can bring him back if we need to. George Hurst to Portsmouth, which is a place he's been before. I tried to sell him. Nobody would come in to buy him. So he's already told me that he will be leaving on a free. Another player who's not quite made it for us. To be fair, it was a bit of a gamble when we brought him back, and he's definitely not hit the heights of it. I feel like he played more games than the 18 there, but 18 games and 5 goals isn't too bad. He was on loan last season in League 1 at Doncaster. Didn't hit the ground running there, so he's never going to play in the Premier League for us. Best of luck for him, really. Danny Kadamatri's son, Bailey Ty Kadamatri. I've let him go out on loan. Now, I love playing this boy and I love having him in my team. But what is interesting about his loan, guys, is that we have created a feeder team. I chose him to go out on loan and I created it. They gave me the opportunity to choose whatever team I wanted as my feeder team. You know what I chose, right? Crew Alexandra, of course it is. The mighty Crew. If you haven't watched me and my crew, do go back to that series. It was absolutely amazing. Absolutely loved every minute of it. So we had to bring them back in some sort of style. And guys, we've brought them back in another way as well. We've brought that save back in another way, and it's a complete heart over head situation. But you have to stay tuned for that. I'll tell you about that one of those very, very shortly. But we've brought in Crew as a team that we can feed players to. So as you know, we have let Cadamartri go. We've also let this boy go to Crew. Tyler Goodrum, who's a young lad, still not quite sure. He's still got decent ability if he lives up to it. So he's one who needs opportunities. He was out last year on Sutton. Did well, I thought, 14 and 37. So we'll see how he does in Crew. And we're looking at who else we're going to try and get to go down to Crew as well. There's moments and thoughts about who we can get down there. But let's see who's come into the team, shall we? First things first, this boy is back. Lewis Gibson has signed again on loan. We have a deal in place that we have an optional fee of £12.5 million to sign him at the end of the year. We won't, I can tell you now, spoiler alert, we will not be paying that much for him at the end of the year. But it was the only way that I could bring him back to the club. It was such a difficult deal to even get this through. One of the major things that you'll need to see here, though, because of the optional deal, we're not paying him. We're not paying him a monthly fee. We're not doing that. No. We are paying the wages of the player, but we're not doing the monthly fee, which is one of the things that was going to add to the deal anyway. They were looking for like $4 million over the year, and I was like, well, that's not going to happen, is it? So that's why they wanted the optional fee. But we're super chuffed to get Lewis back. He did so well for us last season, as I'm sure you agree. 42 games, a 7.38. Let's see if he can kick on in the Premier League, which is something we're going to have to work on. We do have a very strong defence. And you know what? I think it's very important that we keep that defence going this season. Let's not make too many differences to it, but maybe one in goal. Connor Hazard's come in to be a new goalkeeper for us. Probably the new number one. I'm not going to lie. He's 26 years of age. He is a goalkeeper. His stats are pretty decent. They're pretty decent. They're okay. They're living up to the form, really, of Cameron Dawson. He's been on loan at Luton, last season. He's had a little bit of Premier League experience, but not done well. His average rating's never been good, but we're hoping that we can just give him that little bit of a kick that he needs to be a good number one. He's only 26 as well, so that's a positive. Forgot to say, we got a loan and a Facundo Farias. Facundo Farias. This lad is here, and you know, he's going to be playing the role that Windass didn't want, basically. He's going to be the one just behind the striker. We're happy to bring him in, the Argentinian, 21 years of age. Good star rating, lovely dribbling, long shots, passing, technique. He's got it all. He's on loan from Chelsea. Impact sub is what he's come as well, which means we've got more ability to play him when we want to. He's not played much for Chelsea, so we're just happy to bring him in general. I'm really pleased with that deal. But now we've got two that are absolutely unbelievable bargains. One cost £1 million, and the other one, I think was 3.5. Let's see. 2.7, Dale. 2.7 to bring in Armando Broja. He's our player. He is playing for us, and he cost us £2.7 million. There you go. You can see it. An unbelievable deal. We brought him in last year. 6 goals in 15, 3 assists, decent performance. If he can land that potential, we have got an absolute stunner on our hands. He's only 22. Come on in. Who's the one mil? This is another striker, and he's cost us £1 million. Troy Parrott for £1 million. Yes, his stats aren't great, but again, his potential is Troy Parrott. And you know what? I can't believe we got him for £1 million. That's it, 1 million. That's it. Nothing crazy. Tottenham haven't played him. He's not really played since the season that we're living in right now. So look, I'm really chuffed with that signing. Let me know what you think about those. We've also got another boy who I'm pretty pleased with, and his name, Ben Knight. Now, Ben Knight's come in from Manchester City, another one with decent potential. He's going to be playing on the wings. We've had a little bit of an issue with Longman, who wants to leave, which isn't a problem for me. He's caused so many issues for the club over the last 2 years, really, since I brought him in. He's always asked to leave. So we are looking now at ways to move him on. And when you've got Ben Knight, I think we've got a great player to take his place. He was in the Championship last season at Barnsley. Stats-wise, again, you wouldn't say he's broken the limits of what a good player he can be, but he's got potential, and we always look for good potential just in case we go back down. But if we do go down, some of these guys have quite let's say, easy release fees. We'll still be making money on them, and that is a big positive. And last but not least, we've got one more winger, one more player who, Dale scores, and we want some more Wednesday. That's right, Owen Dale. Now, I know this is a heart above the head moment. This is a player who probably shouldn't be playing in the Premier League. This is a player that you definitely probably shouldn't sign. But we did, and we brought him in absolutely free. He was a freebie. So that's a bargain. He's a League One player, very average there. Great signing, right? You're chuffed with that one. You gotta be. Going into this Premier League season, is that enough to keep us up? I'm not sure. As you can tell, there's a lot of forward players in there. There's a lot of new signings, contract-wise as well. We've got Clark Salter on way too much money. We've got Castillo on way too much money. We've got Dunkley on way too much money. So that's a little bit of a worry. If we go down, we've got to get rid of like 90% of the team. But looking at the team and looking at Sheffield Wednesday as a whole, we've got some players in the icons into the favourite personnel situation, which I think we'll just look at now. Does this tell you all you need to know about the way that we play? I'm obviously in the favourite personnel. I've got promoted twice. Pretty big deal. But also, there's the back four. The back four in favourite personnel. That's how we play football, as well as Bree being over here as well. So it shows our defence is on point, right? I think that's what we need to look into. If you've got any ideas for new signings, let me know. Get them down there in the comments. We'll see what we can do before the transfer window closes. But today, we've got Newcastle United. And let's go and have a look at those. In fact, if you want, we're going to have a quick look at the Premier League, just for an interesting note, season preview. Let's look at where that's not great. Not great. I know you can't see it; it's behind my head, but we're expected to finish bottom. But you know, let's look at the positives, though. You know, Newcastle United finished 7th. Liverpool top. Liverpool top's interesting because I don't think they've won the Premier League for quite a long time. I don't think they've won the Premier League on the whole situation of this sim. Arsenal, that's right, Arsenal. Man City and Man U are the last few winners. Man City before that, and then Liverpool obviously in the season behind closed doors. So that is interesting. Liverpool haven't been in the top 3 last season. So now they must have made some incomings into that team. But anyway, let's get to the game against Newcastle. Right now, let's kick off our Premier League campaign. As I'm sorting out the team to play in the game against Newcastle, I've missed telling you about a player I've signed as well. I'm so sorry about this one. I don't know how I missed it. Armindo Sieb. He's come in from Bayern Munich. He was £190,000. He's a friend of Chris Scott. As you can see here, Christopher Scott, he's one of his friends. As you'll tell as well, he plays anywhere in that front spot. Can play behind the striker, can play as the striker. He's one of those Firmino types, and you know what? That could be really helpful for us throughout the season. He's a squad player as well, so won't be expecting to start every game. Positives. Let's keep that going. And here we are at Hillsborough. Difficult decisions made for the first game of the season. I'm not going to lie to you. A few players missing out, which I'm just not sure which one to miss out, including the captain. So that's a strange one. We're at home, though. It's going to be Hazard starting goal for the first time. Palmer, of course, Palmer has to play. He's been everywhere with Sheffield Wednesday. He needs to play in this first game of the season. Breeze also injured. Little side note, probably has more to do with that. Gibson coming in for Dunkley, and Clark Salter are going to be the back two with Devine on the left. We've got Ball and Scott. Now, I've gone with Ball and Scott. I was tempted to play Scott because Scott can play literally anywhere. I was tempted to play him as the ball-winning midfielder and play Lowry, but I've given him more free reign. Ben Knight's coming in on the right-hand side. He's going to play an inverted wing slot with Farias behind the striker of Brozier, which I wasn't sure whether it was going to be Brozier or Parrott, but I went with him. And Castillo, of course, on the left-hand side. We're allowed 9 substitutes in the Premier League now, so we basically put anyone we wanted on there. Sieb's in there, Parrott's in there. Dale is obviously on the bench. Of course he is. And now let's go and have a look at the team that have more money than sense. With Newcastle United managed by Valverde, Lloris in goal, Arens, Verissimo, Zagadou, Digne, he's been on the move, hasn't he? Elisha Owusu is somebody I'm going to have to look at after the game. Matty Longstaff's done well to get into this team as well. Berg, Gonzalez, Rafa and Edouard. The good team. Good team. I wouldn't say it's as good as they could be, but it's a good team. It's probably going to be too strong for us, but it's the first game of the season, boys. Let's go. Here we go. Look at the boys. Look at them standing. We're down to 2 pictures. That's sad. That's sad. But 2 pictures are better than no pictures. Is that what I'm getting? No, they've got 3. That is outrageous. How can they have more photos than we do? That's my bad. I understand. Let's get to the game, though. How are we feeling? I'll take that if it's the end of the season and we're still in 16th. I'm sure you all will too. This is actually the first game of the Premier League season. We're playing on the Friday night. Everyone else is playing at the weekend. So if we win today, we go top of the league. Kick off. On the negative to that, if we lose, we do go bottom of the league, no matter what we score. So here we go. They're starting it off and they're coming forward. Rafa on the left-hand side. They're playing in blue, which is not great. As they, oh, there we go. You see the composure from the defence already. Not so much going forward there, but good from Gibson. As Longstaff plays it into Gonzalez. Rafa back again, back with them. Rafa in. Zagadou misses. He misses. Lovely name though. Lovely name, isn't it? He's back in Zagadou. Hazard. Crossing a Hazard in the goal for Zagadou. That is just... Oh, it's not going swimmingly. And it goes badly. As Lucas Verissimo has scored to put us 1-0 down. It's going to be a long season, boys. It's going to be a long, hard season. As Verissimo heads it into the back of the net. Nothing really Hazard could do. Could we be coming forward? No, because the long ball from Knight has not worked out well. Zagadou back to Digne. And this is one of those... I think this is a very difficult way into the league. And it could be like this for a lot of the season, to be honest. It's going to be a tough one. As Edouard comes forward to Gonzalez. Do you believe that I'm willing to take it this early on, that maybe I've signed too many young players as it comes into Edouard and Digne and Berg and Longstaff as they control the game. If we could just nick it, we're not going to though, as it goes into Gonzalez, back to Arent and Gonzalez. It's going everywhere, all around the players. Crossed it in front post, should score, do score. Gonzalez is the scorer. Nicholas Gonzalez is 2-0 to them. And I think we're going to probably have to go more defensive, if I'm perfectly honest with you. But yeah, do you think I've signed too many young players with talent and not enough who actually know what they're doing? That's the issue that we might have right now. But look, hey, it's Newcastle United. They've got all that money. They've made a lot of signings. They're expected to finish 7th. We can't just expect to walk in and take the Premier League by storm like we've done in the Championship. We can't expect that. But it would be nice to have a little bit of hope, wouldn't it? And maybe this is our moment of hope as Knight has the ball. He looks long. Castillo's just not going to reach that, is he? He's not going to reach it. Very difficult for him to do as Arent comes down the right-hand side. They just look really strong. Just look like a class above, don't they? They don't look like they're in the same league, which is tough. As Lloris plays it into Zagadou, Owusu, Verissimo. I think they've signed them all for those reasons. And you know what? Brocha should be scoring that. He should be scoring that. He's let us down. Back again. Who wants half time? Who wants it? Not us. As Scott plays it long. Brocha, he's had one he should have scored. He does score this time on debut as a full signing. Brilliant. That's it, boys. That's it. We can do it. We can do it this year with play like that. Scott straight down the middle. Great work from running of Farias off the ball. And Brocha, beautiful finish past Lloris. 2-1. Still in it. Half time, 2-1. You know what? Yeah. Second half's underway and we're actually 57 minutes into it. But we've got a chance here. Farias. And we're going forward. Tries to chip it over to the man, the myth, the legend. That is Castillo. Ben Knight on debut. Not going to work. Scott. Oh, very difficult opportunity. Very difficult. We've made a double sub. And we've brought on Parrott and we've brought on Sieb. Of course we have. Why wouldn't we? One more sub. Why not? Owen Dale. Come on, son. God, wouldn't it be great? Wouldn't it be great if we could win the ball back here and Owen Dale scores on debut? I mean, that would be the moment for us all as Sieb. Oh, it's not going to happen like that, Scott. You win that ball back. Win that ball back, boys, as they look in control of this game, really. Owusu into Berg. We've not really done anything in the second half. As Rafa has it down the left-hand side, cuts back, throws it in long to Gonzalez, back into Raul Jimenez. Berg. They're playing with us. They're toying with us. It's Owusu, Berg. Rafa was the goal scorer. they're going to go, I think, to our very, very first VAR decision. I think he's onside, so I don't know why we're even... Yeah, of course. I don't know why we went to VAR there. It was not even close for me. He's a mile onside. Look, I don't... What is... This is... What is VAR? What is VAR? Of course it was onside. 3-1. 3-1. But remember, last season we lost 2-1 to Crystal Palace on the first day, and we went on to finish third. So... Champions League for us, eh? Maybe not. Maybe not. Poor performances from Gibson, a 6.2. It's not what you need to see. And a Divine at 6 on the dot. Some very bad performances, which is something we need to work on. But when you look at the scores up here, like we were meant to score 1, they were meant to score 2, 16-9, 12-7. Not too far apart. Possession, we were nowhere near it. And we've got to work something out here. Bottom of the league, which is hopefully not where we'll be all season. But, it's a lesson to be learned. It's a lesson to be learned. When are we coming back? Well, let's see that now. We're going to come back for the end of the transfer window, so transfer deadline day, and also this live fixture on TV against Leeds. They're the two that we will come back for. Hopefully we'll be in a better position. We'll only have played one of the Premier League game by then, and Peterborough in the Cup. So, hey guys, remember to keep the confidence going. Let me know what you think of the signings. Have we done okay? Let me know down there in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, do all the beautiful stuff, and remember, we're all Wednesday, aren't we? Toodle pip.